Back with us on the conversation, my guest, Dr. Kurt Waul. He's a medical professional, and he's hoping to unseat Everald Warmington when the next general elections are held. The prize, the constituency of Southwest St. Catherine, first contested in 1976. Bruce Golding, the former Prime Minister who led the JLP to victory in 2007, was defeated in the constituency early doors. Ruddy Lawson was the victorious candidate for the PNP the first time the seat was contested. Ruddy Lawson won subsequently. Bruce Golding didn't actually serve as MP for the seat, but Everald Warmington, a man close to him, has won 4 consecutive elections for the JLP and is looking to make it 5. And yeah, he also won 1980. I mentioned Ruddy Lawson in that introduction, Dr. Waul, to say this. When I was young, one of the major employers in Southwest St. Catherine, down the Old Harbour Churchman side, was Ruddy Lawson's farm called Thetford.
Right.
They planted a whole lot of mangoes. They had pepper. They had a lot of things. And several members of the community worked there as security guards, as packers, tending to the crops. And it was a huge employer, massive thing. Subsequently run down, and I don't know what it is now. What is the main employment driver for unskilled labor in the constituency at this time?
Well, it depends division by division. As you know, in Waul Harbour Bay, we have a lot of fishermen.
Yes.
Right? Probably in the town, a lot of persons get employment from the businesses there, you know, supermarkets, wholesales, probably sell in the market. In the north, we have a lot of farmers, you know, they plant a lot of cassava up there, you know, they make money from that. They make bammies. You know, a lot of business come from that. Probably in the Churchpen side, which has a lot of farming potential also, which is very underutilized.
Yes.
You know, a lot of farming takes place there, you know, probably involving chickens, you know.
Poultry farming.
Right, poultry farming. Probably up by Amityal, persons made the peppers and, you know, catch crops.
Yes.
You know, but those are the major, you know.
But there's nothing on the scale of Thetford to bring in, because that employed a lot of people and that made a huge difference to the constituency. Perhaps assisted Mr. Lawson in keeping the seat, and then Jennifer Edwards coming in to take the seat for the PNP subsequent to that. So I asked that question and reinforced the point of the major employment driver to suggest that, well, what's your vision for employment, especially from the perspective of low-skilled workers, you know, boys and girls coming out of school who don't have the subjects to matriculate further? What are they to look forward to in terms of employment under your leadership if you get in?
Well, you know, that's a tough one there, because as you know, we had the factories there. We had the cotton polyester factories.
Yes.
All of those have long gone.
Yes.
You know, we still have factories there. We have the OJ coolers. We have the Jamaica bedding.
Yeah, Jamaica Broilers, a big employer.
Right,
yeah,
Jamaica, exactly, yes. They're a very big employer, you know. But I think my thrust, I want I want these children, when they leave school, I don't want them to linger around. I want them to go into some training, some farmer training immediately.
Yes.
You understand? I think we need to beef up the systems for the training. I went to Hart the other day, and a gentleman came to me and he said, you know, this building has been here for nearly 40 years.
Yes.
It's small. We have a big building across the road, which is owned by a company there. That is just there. It's a wasteland. You know, people use it to dump garbage. I say, if we could just get a little piece of this to expand the training, to do more things.
Yes.
You know, what we have here is good, but we can do much better.
Yes.
And it is woefully inadequate. After 40 years, you can just imagine.
Yes. People who know Warmington well say, look, this MP is no nonsense. This MP, unlike many who go to Parliament and sit and pass the time, he speaks on our behalf, and he's always championing Southwest St. Catherine in the Parliament, and for that people don't like him. His style may be abrasive, but his style works, because many people have a silent MP and would wish they had an MP like Warmington, who is getting some things done on the ground, but more importantly, are taking the issues that are crucial to us on the national stage by representing like that. So they say that, look, pay no mind to those who say Warmington should be retired, because Warmington has been good for Southwest St. Catherine. How do you counter that narrative?
Well, as I say, I won't take anything from the man, you know, but the facts speak for themselves. After more than 20 years at the helm, you know, there are things that are woefully inadequate. You understand? I'm not taking away what he did, but I'm saying what is left. There's a lot of work to be done, and I don't think he has a drive.
You know, oh,
Yes,
you say that again, that he doesn't have the drive,
Yes.
Dr. Waul. You say that almost as if Errol Warmington is on it's a valedictory tour, victory lap. Why do you think so?
Because every opportunity he gets, every time he gets the stage, he mentions retiring, teaching theoretical politics, teaching other politicians how to win. That's not a man who wants to be on the ground. That's a man who wants to be in the classroom, really, and not taking away anything from the teachers. But he doesn't want to be on the ground. I want to be on the ground.
Yes.
I want to be on the ground.
But what is it about right now where Warmington believes, it's almost as if, as a casual observer, as if he feels that it's job done, so I can move on now, and so do you agree that for him that it is a job well done, and he's leaving Southwest St. Catherine in very good shape for whomever comes after him when he decides to retire?
He has done some, but he could have done a lot more in the time he has gotten, right? He could have done a lot more.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to the persons of the constituents of Southwest St. Catherine, don't let Warmington come, think he can win the other election, spend probably a couple of months or a year, and then impose somebody on you that you may not want.
And you suspect that that could very well happen?
That is the political strategy.
Oh, that's a plan.
That's what I'm seeing. It's clear.
Oh.
So don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by this. You know Dr. Waul. Dr. Waul is from the community, right? Dr. Waul is here to stay for the long haul.
Yeah. So
choose the person you know. No.
So you're saying that Warmington is no longer a hungry politician?
Nah.
But you are hungry?
I am hungry for it. I'm hungry for the people because I've seen it.
Yes.
I've seen where the people need representation, right? When you may not know. You may see a lot of the big housing schemes in the Waul Harbour here and in the adjoining communities. But you haven't been down to the back roads to see how people live. People on squatter lands who have reasonably nice houses, but they don't have a title for the land. They can't get water. They can't get light. There are many, many persons like that living in Waul Harbour. And I tell you, the policies of this current PMP administration, the opposition,
yes,
we want to see people live in dignity.
Yes.
Dr. Peter Phillips has said one of his major cause that he will be championing is trying to get persons who are squatters to own their land.
Yes.
And believe me, Southwest St. Catherine will be one of the biggest beneficiaries from that.
Yeah.
Because you don't see these things. When you drive through the town, you have never been to the back roads and see the condition.
Yes.
I tell you, it's awful.
Did you, before you decided to dip your feet into the political pool, did you look at Everett Warmington's stewardship of the constituency and think that, you know, there are things I can congratulate you for, but overall you have failed the constituency? Or is that something you have come to subsequent to deciding that you're going to challenge him?
Well, I think he has failed, right? In the sense that he could have done better.
Yeah, but the question is, Dr. Waul, is when did you come to that? Because I know some people are watching and say, well, you know, clearly Dr. Waul may have felt okay with what was happening in the constituency before. It is only know that he's challenging, that he's finding fault. So I want you to tell me if that is indeed so, or you felt all along that there were failings.
Well, the great thing about Southwest St. Catherine, regardless of the JLP's dominance, we have always had a very good, strong PMP support.
Yes.
So the constituency hasn't gone garrison.
Yeah.
You understand? So there was always somebody fighting him on the issues. But, you know, somehow, because his political machinery is very good, you know.
Yes.
I must give that to him.
Yes.
You know, he gets out the vote on the day.
Yes.
Right? And he looks out for his supporters very well.
Yes.
And that is how I came up with one of my tags, Waul for All.
Yes.
Do not fear that if Warmington leaves, Dr. Waul will come and abuse you because you were a JLP. You understand?
Yes.
I am all inclusive. I am from Southwest St. Catherine, and when persons come to me every day with their medical problems, and I've never said, I never ask anybody, you know, what is your political affiliation?
Yes.
You understand?
But if you say Waul for All, if you say Waul for All and you say that Warmington has a way of taking care of those who took care of him at the ballot box, clearly some would say that the resources in politics, Dr. Waul, are so finite. Well, to put it in a Jamaican way, the resource is mager.
Yes.
So, from the meager resources, to use a standard English descriptor, I take care of those who took care of me, And because the resources can't stretch too far, you know, I'd love to help the others, but I just can't. So I take care of my Pastor Christian Pitney first. That's what they say. There you go. So some would say, well, that's no criticism, because clearly the man knows he can't help everybody. So he helps those who are loyal to him. What is wrong with that? Or do you feel like there's still something wrong with that?
Yes. I think we need to move away from the politics of scarce benefits and spoils. You understand? There was a time when politics was honorable. You know, there's a gentleman's agreement that if you are the man in power and you have a roast or, you know, something going on in the community, you should always ensure that it's split, you know, 60-40. To let it be a bit balanced, you know.
Yes.
60 to the governing party and 40 to the other, you know, supporters. I can tell you, in Southwest St. Catherine, people have come not to expect that of Mr. Warmington.
Not 60-40?
No.
What is it? 80-20, 90-10 what?
Well, I don't know. Sometimes there was, in the Christmas season,
yes,
a lot of, you know, what they call bolo work was being given out.
Man.
And I tell you, I have never heard so much crying in my life from PNP supporters saying, my God.
Not even a tin of whitewash.
This Christmas in Olaba was the worst I've seen.
Oh?
I'm telling you, the people... The Prime Minister and all of them may paint a picture, you know, all of them are so happy and around, you know, just so happy-go-lucky. But when you're on the ground and seeing what's happening,
yes,
this Christmas, I tell you, man, people are on the edge. With this SOE, and I think there must have been some falling income, because I can't see a Christmas where the streets, that is not the whole Harbour town, you know.
Yeah.
Whole Harbour town is a town, is known
vibrant
as a town that
and
never
busy.
sleeps.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Right. So, you mean on TV, you may be seeing a very, very nice picture, but I tell you,
the reality is different.
People are on the edge.
Wow. We take a break, our final break, we come back, our final segment with Dr. Kurt Waul talking about his plans for Southwest St. Catherine and why he wants a chance to lead the people. He says he has a passion, he's hungry for the chance to advance the lives of those who he hopes to call his constituents.